maybe you're doing the yard work, maybe you're doing all sorts of work around the house, and oh, your back is killing. Well, did you know, really, perhaps your backbone actually connected to your foot bone? Dr. James Stoxen here joining us this morning.
Yeah.
Thanks for being with us. I appreciate it.
Thank you. No problem.
Kind of interesting concept. You really work with the foot to cure the back. How is this? Why is this about?
Well, you know, the body is not really composed of one particular area. Like, everybody comes in with these MRI scans, clutching their MRI scans, and they have a herniated disc, and the doctor is always focusing on the back, on the back, on the back, and their whole life is wrapped around these herniated discs, and they say, can you help my herniated disc? Well, I like to see what the whole rest of the body looks like, because underneath the back are other floors, such as the hip, and the knee, and the foot. And what I found after years of looking into the body was that there are certain ways that the foot can lock up, you know, and when it freezes up, it causes excessive movement pattern. The biomechanics, they call this, like the engineering of the body through the leg, and it causes muscle spasms in the foot, the calf, the outer thigh, called the iliotibial band syndrome, and hip pain and back pain. So rather than just look at the back, we need to look at the whole structure if we want to fix the back, see?
So how do you tell if you're a candidate for some sort of treatment for the foot actually helping the back?
Well, you know, people come in with back problems. They don't even know they have a problem with the foot. And basically, you have to be, the astute doctor can look at the biomechanics, the way they walk, and actually determine that they have a problem with their foot before the back or the foot problem even comes out as pain. So here we have a model of the foot, two models of the foot here, and as you can see in this particular model, this is a normal foot, and this is a foot that collapsed. Now, people always talk about...
Oh, so the arch.
Yeah, the arch, the flat foot or the arch collapse, when in reality, the foot is actually very flexible structure. We have a model of the foot here, and it's a very flexible structure, and when you plant your foot, you have a nice absorption of shock from the foot, and then when you push off, the foot springs you back into the space. So what happens a lot of times is that, you know, like if you're a bank teller and you're standing on your feet for a long period of time, the muscles on the outside of the foot, called the pronator supinator cuff, they're underneath the gastroc, the ones that you can see. These muscles are not well known by doctors. They kind of, you know, they pass over them. They have names like tibialis posterior and the proneal muscles.
Got me. Those are good names. Okay.
They fatigue, and then what happens is the foot collapses and locks.
Now, if you have a flat foot or an arched foot, those are both prone to problems. Is there something that you can do for treatment? What would you do? Can you maybe show us? What's your name, dear?
Miguel.
Miguel.
Yeah.
What would you do to Miguel
Okay.
if he had this problem?
Well, basically what we're talking about is a locking of the metatarsal cuneiform bone. This bone locks up and it causes the whole leg to trip. So what we're going to do, with like in Miguel's situation, is we're just going to grab his foot here and we're going to check the movement of this particular joint. Now, if it has a nice spring to it, that's good. If it doesn't, if it's locked up, that's not good. So there are adjustments that can be made. First of all, to remove the spasm, we would use our hands and do deep tissue all the way up the leg to rebuild his leg by hand. Basically, what we're going to go through his foot and release this bone here so it does flex.
Oh, wow.
So it does have a spring to it. And it does make a little cracking noise, by the way, like the back when it releases.
How's your back? Good.
Now,
okay.
Now, basically, then we're going to go up the leg and remove all the spasms through these muscles that support the arch, so that the arch is now supported by muscles. And then we're going to remove the spasms through the leg and the hip and in the back. So, you know, a chiropractic adjustment is great, but when you add this on top of it, that extra layer of effort, then those herniated discs that normally wouldn't heal, they heal up better, because then you're doing that extra effort to center the body on center, like in this picture right here. The body has to be on center for the back to heal. If you don't address these structures, the back cannot heal.
Well, it looks like you're onto something. I know you're traveling the world, Tokyo, Malaysia, to name a few places, and all your information and spreading that word. So thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you bringing it here to Chicago in Studio 5 this morning. Doing well, Miguel?
Yes.
All right. I think Rob may need some help, though, too. You think you can help him out after lifting that?
Yeah. Give me I'd just like to lay down like Miguel. It looks comfortable. Very comfy. Thanks to everybody.